So we're gonna list on the board some things you like to spend money on to get us going. So what did you guys put? Start at the front and work our way around.
Shoes and socks.
Shoes and socks, okay?
Games.
Games? Video games?
Yeah.
Anyone else in that row?
Video game systems.
Gaming systems?
I got it.
Twist.
What you bought it by gaming?
Who else in that row? Jaden, did you put anything? What do you like spending money on? Big or small?
They can work on the video games.
Anything else that's not out there?
Controllers.
Controls, accessories?
You need those every now and then. Nah, I only got like.
Anyone else? You guys?
I think I have 8 of those.
Movies, DVDs, or going to movies? Okay.
Oh, I like to save it.
They can save it. So save it and put it in the bank. Yeah.
Guns.
Guns. Okay.
Little pew pew. Pew pew.
Next row. You guys. You got anything?
That's really big brother.
Back here? You guys? What do you spend your money on?
Clothes.
Clothes?
Little brother.
Yeah.
Clothes. Jewelry.
Okay. Good.
You guys?
Animals.
Animals? Like your pets?
Sure.
Okay. Candy. You don't know?
Candy card.
Alright, what about food? Does anyone buy their own food? You guys,
Every once in a while, like I'll bring like.
lunches? Yeah, so food's a big one. That would be my big one. Okay. So there's a whole list of things we like to buy, some more expensive than others. So today we're going to talk about, in relation to that, the cost of cigarettes. So you're going to use your netbook to find the cost of a pack of cigarettes.
That's a reason.
Okay, guys.
Like that way.
So what did we find for the pack of cigarettes in Ohio?
$5.33.
$5.32. Anyone find something else?
622.
$6.22. So between $5 and $6, right? What about New York? You found a good list.
$12.85.
$12.85. Anyone else look that one up? Yeah, I found about $12. Did anyone look up smokeless? No one? Okay, that's about $4. So what we're gonna do, cost of one pack, we're gonna use $6. Determine that. If you're buying one pack of cigarettes, look at this list of what you just told me you guys buy. I kind of rounded it out to what things cost. So who buys candy? Is you? If you buy one pack of cigarettes, you can't buy candy now. Because that's your $6 down the drain. So if you buy a pack a day for a week, how much are you spending if it's $6 a pack? 7 days a week. Yeah. 42. So 42 a week. So what else now aren't we buying? If you're buying a pack a week, what can you buy? You can't buy your socks. Okay, we're not buying our video game accessories and movies. Our food or our candy. So is that worth it? What do you like better? Video games or the potential of lung cancer to get a buzz from tobacco?
Video games.
Yeah, exactly. How many of you guys have jobs?
Does it count if it's like next summer?
Sure.
Okay.
So not a whole lot of income, okay? So money's precious to you. $42 might mean a lot more to you than it does to someone else. So that'd be hard to come up with in 1 week. And what do we say is the difference between tobacco and marijuana with addiction and getting that buzz? What do we say about that?
With cigarettes, you need more and more to build with marijuana, you need less.
Yep. So unlike marijuana, the more tobacco you use, the more you're gonna want and need to fulfill that addiction needs. So you're gonna be spending more and more. So after a week, you're still addicted, you're going for a month, we're gonna go with 4 weeks in a month. So how much a month could you spend on tobacco if you're going through a pack a day? So it'd be 42 times 4. Anybody got that?
168.
168, yep. Who has 168 bucks a month to spend on tobacco in here? Yeah, nobody.
Wasted the money.
So not only are you saving up your money for that, but you're cutting out your video games, your new shoes, your accessories, clothes and jewelry. Okay, and whatever clothes and jewelry you do have is going to smell like tobacco. So you're going to need even more new clothes because you don't want to stink. So in just 1 month, you're looking at $168 on tobacco. So what about a year? In 1 year, $2,016. So that covers everything. Look at what you could buy. 2006. You could buy one of everything on here for $2,016. But if you smoke 1 pack a day, I spend $6 on that pack. You can't buy any of it. So let's look even longer term. 3 years. How much money are you spending in 3 years? So roughly throughout high school. $6,048. Think about what you could buy with that. What could you buy for $6,048? What are you gonna start doing in high school? Driving. Probably get a cheaper car. Yeah. Start saving up for college. Things like that. And then the 5-year plan. How much are you spending in 5 years? You go through a pack a day, and that's what today's costs.
$10,000. $10,080.
Yep, $10,080. So that kind of puts into perspective the amount of money people are spending. And if you've been smoking for 5 years, it's pretty hard to quit, right? So just imagine that number magnified. So if we're in New York, take that number, double it. Say you go to school in New York for 5 years, you're looking at over $20,000 in tobacco costs just from 1 pack a day. So, you got the numbers, you know the effects and what it does. People smoke, all the negative effects. What were the positive effects of tobacco? There weren't any. So you're spending $10,000 in 5 years. You're putting yourself at risk for cancer. You know the effects. You know the facts. So how are tobacco companies getting you to buy it? How are they getting you to purchase it? Cartoons, good. We touched on that briefly on Friday. They're advertising. Specific target groups, especially targeted at you guys. This is the age kids get curious. The opportunity to use tobacco is present. So, they use sales tactics. For the youth, you guys, color. That's a big one. If someone's putting tobacco in their mouth, especially, like, I'm using smokeless, here's my picture. Can you guys see that well? There we go. Does anyone smell tobacco? A couple of you guys have? Okay, it stinks, right? So the younger people don't like that smell. They're not addicted yet. They're hesitant to try it. So what might they do to this pack of chewing tobacco to make it more addictive? What do they do with that?
Give it flavor.
They gave it flavor, yeah. Berry flavored tobacco. Who's that going to appeal to? A grown man who's addicted and been doing it for years and just got bored? No, it's going to be towards the kids, boys and girls. Also, it's kind of hard to see. That's a purple can. Okay, more appealing. There's neon green. There's vibrant orange. It's almost like looking at like a bag of Skittles. You got all these bright colors. Kids see that. Companies know that. So it's not just for smokeless. These are hookah flavors. Okay, what was hookah again? You remember that?
It's like a bong, but you only smoke tobacco, not like marijuana, and it's like water on the bottom, and the water heats up the tobacco and just produces smoke.
Yeah, and the vapor, you inhale through that. So what kid is just want to be appealed at inhaling smoke and vapor? Not too many. But when it tastes like lemon, lime, or pomegranate, they're going to be more tempted, especially when they know other people are doing it. And then you touched on the cartoon camel. I remember growing up, this ad was a lot more prevalent. I thought that was cool. I didn't know what it was for, but I just saw this camel shooting pool with his cap on backwards, smoking a cigarette. So luckily my parents told me, you know, that's not cool, that's a tobacco ad. But it got my attention. What if they didn't tell me that and I'm growing up and I see it as I get older? I might want to try that. Yeah.
At my old campground that we used to go to, they had like the Scola cans. They had those, but it was like beef jerky inside, but it was shredded.
Yep. I'm glad you touched on that because we're going to get to that. There's ways to prevent it. There's a lot of preventative ways, and that's one of them. So we'll get to that. So save that thought. But those are ways, kids growing up, you're getting all this information thrown at you about how bad it is. So the companies know that. They're trying to make it more appealing to younger people. Okay. So other target audiences, women. Some women might not be interested in smoking, but it was about the 60s they started a campaign targeting women. They used images of, you know, pretty girls smoking. They changed the colors. Who's that going to appeal to? A pink highlight on a cigarette box. Boys, are you going to want to carry on? No. That's clearly targeted towards women. Neon green, also towards women. They use descriptive words to describe the smoking. Okay, sweet, slim, smooth, 34% increase. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. There's 9 or 10 girls in here. So that would mean 3 of you 9 could see that ad and, you know, buy the tobacco as a result. Does that make sense? So there's also false advertising. In the 1920s, the company associated smoking with being slim and saw an increase in sales over 300% for some of the ads they used. Okay, that's the same company that used the cartoon camel. So what they're targeting anybody and everybody. They target men, women, and children all differently. That's kind of the opposite of a cartoon camel playing pool, isn't it? So that's a woman smoking, playing pool. She's slimmer, she's pretty, she's smoking. So women are going to see that in the opposite way. Kids are going to see it, but they're ultimately seeing the same company advertising it. So it's all about sales and getting your money. They don't care about your health. And here's Virginia Slims, which was targeted directly towards women. So there's your ad. You've come a long way. How's that woman dressed? Okay, describe her outfit. That's not a normal outfit. Toughness, being masculine, the attraction, and the comfort were sales tactics they used. So there's the Marlboro Man. We'll get on him later. He was the kind of the face of smoking. He was tough. Nothing was going to happen to him. Something happened to him. We'll get to that. They use promotions, nothing like that new can smell, like that new car smell. So it's like a luxury thing. So what they're saying with that. What's that right there? What does that even say right there too? This product can cause gum disease and tooth loss. So even with the warning right there, they're still using their sales tactics to catch your attention. And how about this one? What sales section? What are they using there?
The ESPN baseball.
Yeah, they put sports,
Yeah.
baseball in particular, which we talked about. And then they change, it's hard to see, they put a camouflage ring around the can. It says open season for hunting. Hunters are a big target audience. You're sitting out in a tree stand all day, maybe. You know, they want you to put in tobacco. It's an easy way to get addicted. They're trying to appeal towards the hunter, the male target audience. Trying to be toughness, masculinity, attraction, comfort. All right, so role models and influences are another way that young people can be addicted to, get caught up on tobacco. So you got your parents, celebrities, athletes, and media. So prevention tactics. We're going to talk about this a lot tomorrow, so we're not going to touch on it too much today. But if there's commercials out there, there's ads out there, there's people that come in and talk to you. To prevent you from using it, using scare tactics, facts, statistics, real life examples, and individualism and their own beliefs. So we're going to touch on that a lot tomorrow. We'll get on that a lot tomorrow. So how do I stop? It's like what you touched on. You have to decide you want to stop and commit to it. You can't, it's hard to just decide you want to up and stop using it. You need to identify and remove influences. What does that mean?
Like if you have like packets of cigarettes laying around.
Preoccupy your time. Then the alternatives. Does that look familiar? Is that what you're talking about? Yep, so that can should look pretty familiar to a can of chewing tobacco that you put under your lip, only that's just beef jerky. There's no nicotine, there's no tar, there's no tobacco, there's nothing bad in there. It's just ground up beef jerky. So that's one alternative I've seen people use it firsthand. This is a new one that's coming out, especially in baseball, as we've touched on several times. Those are like the pouches of tobacco, only it's coffee grounds inside. And that flavor is mint chocolate, which sounds pretty good. I was looking at the website, they've got flavors like cinnamon, and peppermint, which would be similar to a tobacco flavor. There's some pretty good flavors, and it gives them that oral fixation that they need from the tobacco that they might be missing. So again, no tobacco, no addictive ingredients, no carcinogens, a lot safer. Who chews Big League Chew? Anybody? Yeah, quite a few. It's pretty good. Does that bag look familiar? That's the same style bag that they use the loose leaf tobacco in. And again, people know they've got the baseball player on it because they know that's where it's most prevalent.
My dad has this like vapor thing that he like doesn't put nicotine in it anymore. It's just flavors, so that like had him stop smoking.
Yeah. So you can put nicotine in it and you cannot put nicotine, you just put flavors. There's a lot of different options out there. But some people just need that sensation. And since we have some extra time, we do have our test on Friday, so we're going to take a minute and review. I will have a review sheet for you tomorrow for the test Friday, and it may be up on Moodle yet today. But this will just help us review. Like this. What we know about tobacco, my papers got shuffled a little bit. Mess that up.
Yeah, I was 6.
Alright, so these, we've hit hard on a lot of these topics. So there's a good chance if we've hit them this hard, they'll be on the test. So make sure we pay attention. If you have questions, please ask. Yeah, sure, you have a question or you
No,
just...
I'll just hold on later.
Alright, number 1. All forms of tobacco are harmful. True or false?
True.
True. What are the forms, main forms? Well, that's what's in it.
Cigarettes, pipes, chew.
Smoking, smokeless, you just listed good examples of both. And then hookah. Good. So number 2, nicotine. Tobacco contains a drug that is addictive, and I just gave away what it was. True. It is nicotine. Good. Number 3, nicotine slows the heart rate.
False.
False. Good, because it is a... Good. Number 10, no matter how long a person has used tobacco, the body attempts to repair all tobacco-related damages when a person quits. So whether I've been using for a week or 50 years, if I commit to quitting, will my body start repairing itself and healing itself? Yes. So no matter, I try to use that one on my old man, my dad. He's been smoking forever. Try to get him to quit, tell him he can repair his everything. And maybe his next 10 years, even though he's getting older, could be better than his previous 20. Because his body will start repairing itself. So it's never too late. Start repairing. Any questions on any of these? It's on a lot of these we've hit hard, so there's a good chance you'll see them on Friday. If you guys want the review sheet early, it should be on Moodle by the end of the day. And I'll have hard copies of that tomorrow. Any questions about anything? Alright guys, you have a few minutes. Does anyone else have the homework that was due yesterday? No one? Okay, try and get that in. You can still get points for it. Remember, you have something due Thursday. Your tobacco, marijuana activities due Thursday. 2 pages.
Can you raise your hand?